4, a 3, a 2.
Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the vodcast. Welcome to the broadcast. Yeah, boys and girls, welcome to the show. Shortened, Convincing Idiots. My name's Dean.
I'm Brian.
Hi, and my name's Nick, and we're Convincing Idiots. 3 groups of friends from 3 different generations talking about fun pop culture and nerd stuff. Anyway, you can find us on YouTube and Facebook by searching for Convincing Idiots. And hey, if you don't like those two, you can always go to Instagram at convincing_idiots, or you like Twitter, you can go there at Convincing Idiot with no S, or TikTok at Convincing Idiots. Also, feel free to email us, convincingidiots@gmail.com. So, fellas, I'm feeling bubbly. I'm feeling spry. What's going on in the news? What do you want to talk about?
Holy moly, Nicholas.
A lot of fucking juice coming at you.
Wow.
Yeah.
You put that hat on, you get fired up.
Whew, let's go. Yeah.
Look at you. Can we mention that? Can we stop for a moment and mention this beautiful fucking hat you have on?
Mr. Brian Fisher sent this beautiful Quebec Nordique hat to my house. I don't remember if we talked about that on... It was part of the sports show.
Yes.
Because I was talking about some hockey rivalries, and the Quebec Nordiques came up. Well, this is their wonderful logo, a defunct team. Fun fact, though, this weekend, Brian, just so I doubt you knew this when you sent it to me, but this weekend they had a couple outdoor NHL games played by Lake Tahoe.
Nice.
Beautiful backdrop. Oh, my God, the mountains, everything. You know, they got the professional outdoor rink built there, you know, on the shore, but absolutely gorgeous. So they had a little problems with the ice conditions on Saturday because it was a little warm. But the Saturday game was the Vegas Golden Knights and the Colorado Avalanche, which is who the Quebec Nordiques became. They relocated to Colorado, became the Avalanche. Okay. So this year, every team in the NHL has what Adidas calls a reverse retro jersey, where they take a look from the past or a logo from the past or a style of jersey, and they put a new twist on it. It's a jersey they've never had before.
Sweet.
But they take an old logo. So that's the Colorado Avalanche logo is this Quebec Nordiques logo, but it's in the maroon color that is the Avalanche, and it's on a white sweater. Looks beautiful. It's really nice. But they actually wore these on Saturday outdoor.
Very cool.
Out on Lake Tahoe. So I plopped my Quebec Nordiques hat on and watched the Golden Knights and the Avs go to head-to-head. It was pretty fun. It was pretty cool.
Desert Dogs have one of those?
They do. I love theirs. Theirs are a throwback to their 90s ones of the coyote and the desert landscape on the bottom of the sweater.
I'm going to have to look that up.
It's cool.
It's
like kind of like a deep green color. And it's got that on there, and then the little the crescent moon logos on the shoulders, and the bottom's all like desert landscape. They are pretty sweet.
I've been a fan of them since I was a kid.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're Desert Dogs.
That's right, my Desert Dogs.
Dean Harvey's Desert Dogs. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Also, I won't go too far off on a hockey tangent here, but Sunday they played on Lake Tahoe as well. But this matchup was the Philadelphia Flyers and the Boston Bruins. I, as a Leafs fan, am a noted Boston Bruins hater. However, I doubt you guys saw it, but anyone who did not should go look it up and go look at how the Boston Bruins rolled into that game. Their pregame outfits, this is the only time I'll ever say anything complimentary about the Boston Bruins, but they were awesome in that moment. They all showed up in like the most 90s like ski resort gear with the windbreaker jacket and the pants and the fanny packs, neon color everything, the shades. I mean, it was incredible. Like it's fun to see personality in hockey because it's been such a kind of a very conservative sport. It's all about the team, and everybody's, good Canadian kid, and it's all about the team, and everybody's, there's no there's no superstars. We all work together. So it's kind of fun to see guys step out a little bit and take ownership of being superstars and having swag and dressing like that. It's pretty cool. One of those ways I've always wished the NHL was more like the NBA, and it was fun to see that this weekend. So, but you guys should look those pictures up. They're pretty sweet. I retweeted some of it. So. But yeah, so that's what I did this weekend. What else is going on in the news? That's hockey-related news. Nick's Hockey Corner. What else is going on?
That's cool. Well, Dee, you talked about this or just coming into this episode. I mean, it's not a joking matter, certainly, but a big news today. Now, today's the 23rd of February, so what happened today in the world of, sports?
Sport. I mean, it's not even sports. It's news in general. Also, Tiger Woods was in a what they're assuming is a single car crash. He rolled his SUV. They had to get the jaws of life to get him out of there.
Wow.
He was in surgery. Last time I watched the news, he was in surgery. Busted up his leg pretty bad, and they use the word critical condition. But the first responders did say that he was lucid. Didn't seem like he was under any influence of anything.
Okay.
Once again, this is the reports from the first responders. He was lucid. He knew his name, but he was pretty banged. His legs are pretty banged up. They were in surgery last time I checked. Wow. So I guess we'll see.
And then, like, how far off
and
of?
Hopefully, recovers quickly.
He had that a bad back injury that kept him out for a while, right? So he does all this rehab and all this stuff to try to get back to playing at a high level, and then does, to my understanding, right? He's won some, and he's been very competitive since coming back and stuff, right? So
yep.
Yeah, he won the Masters not last year, but I think it was the year prior, correct, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so.
He was on pace. Now it'd be tough, but he had an opportunity to maybe, if his health held up. That's the thing with him, the poor guy. I mean, if his back held up for him and everything, he was on pace to had the most major wins of all time over Jack Nicklaus.
I think 3 away or something like that.
It was getting close. Now, obviously, a lot against it with age and health and everything else. But it sounds like with this, unfortunately, that I wonder if this will just put him.
It's going to be rough.
Yeah, you never know. So that's too bad. You'd like to see a guy like that go out on his own terms, certainly.
Right.
So yeah. Well, we wish him the best. Yeah, big news today, certainly. Yeah. Okay.
Let's find something in the news we can at least make a joke out of.
How about a lighter topic here?
Yes.
So, how about this? So, we no spoilers, but we're all now caught up with WandaVision.
Yes. Yeah.
2 episodes left now.
Man, that thing's really. I mean, I liked it from the get go.
Yeah.
But it's really like ramped up these last couple episodes. Like it's. I don't know. I really admire so much. With the accuracy that they pull off all these different vibes of these different generations of TV shows, the jokes, the humor, the everything. It's just, I mean, or the most recent one, I mean, is very modern day. I feel like it was kind of Modern Family shot.
I got something on whatever.
That. But yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
When the episode dropped Friday, it was the 1-year anniversary from the last episode, I believe, of Modern Family.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really? Okay.
And Julie Bowden, the mother of Modern Family, wrote a tweet or something saying, how honored she was that they got because if you notice the pattern on the couch behind her that she was doing the sit-down one-on-one interview with was the same pattern. She goes,
wow.
They got the pattern right. They honored us big time. She was really appreciative and loved it. She goes, and she really got my mannerisms down of like when I would sit there and do the interview, like the way she touched her face and the way she kind of sat and everything. So so I thought that was cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. We talked about this off camera, but all those nuances in this series is just spectacular.
Awesome.
Clearly, and Nick, you said it off camera, but clearly there are fans of this universe, this storyline, who are helping put this together with all the Easter eggs and the subtle things, which we won't go into detail here to spoil anything, but just clearly these are fans of the comic series who put things into the show. It's pretty amazing and fun when you go back and review this stuff here. So hopefully that stuff will continue into the other series on Disney Plus. But yeah, just great stuff.
I was thinking about it. Everybody talks about like putting the Easter eggs, here and there that you learn little things, from the past and whatnot.
Sure.
I think if I were to make a TV show, I would like at least have one actual Easter egg somewhere.
Like a physical, literal Easter egg. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Did you spot the Easter egg?
Did you
guys
get
catch
the
that
Easter
Easter
egg?
egg? Yeah.
Yeah, it's right here, stupid. Didn't you see it? Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. But yeah, I know last time we kind of touched on it, I hadn't watched it at all yet.
Mhm.
So I caught up, watched the first 3 episodes, and then we didn't talk about it anymore. And then I was behind again, then watched the last 3 actually just before we started recording a little bit tonight. So, but yeah, it's just a really impressive. Even like you guys said with the sets, the nuances of the shows. The one that was the kind of Malcolm in the Middle one. There's a scene where the kids are in their bedroom, and I think they're playing. I don't remember if they're playing video games. I think they're playing video games in their room. But I'm like, even the way the bedroom is set up and the shot of the doorway out of the bedroom and into the hallway is the same as it was in Malcolm in the Middle. Like the house setup is the same.
Right.
Like it's just it's really cool. Like stuff like that is like super impressive because sure you could make a really good Marvel series about Scarlet Witch and Vision and do this and be true to their characters and all this stuff, but to tie in pop culture of television so
it's on another level
and so accurately is really astounding. Like it's really impressive.
Well, one thing that I don't know if you noticed, but I'm pausing because I don't want to spoil anything and people haven't seen it. There's a scene at the end where she walks down into a basement.
Yeah.
Got it? Okay.
Sure.
And if you notice, when they're showing her face, the picture is in the TV frame. And as soon as she enters the basement, it enters into the panoramic cinema frame.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's showing that she's leaving the TV world
Yeah.
and going into a cinematic universe.
It also
Like
did
the
that
real universe.
when Vision is laying in the field.
Yes.
They're cutting, and it's in panoramic mode when they're talking, and then it cuts to Vision, and he's laying on the grass, and as he's coming to, you start to see the bars
Yep.
slowly rise to the up
And it's
to
so
the
subtle.
bottom and top. Yeah.
Yeah, great series. Yeah, so if you haven't seen it out there, definitely go check it out. And then,
It's hard to talk about it here without giving
Sure.
spoilers.
yeah, maybe we'll talk more about it after it's all wrapped up. We'll
Yes,
warn people and go back and rehash it a
Now,
little
how
bit
many
more.
episodes are there to be in the season?
2 more.
2 more, so there'll be 9. Wasn't this 7?
I
that just
don't
came out?
remember. So 9.
Okay.
Mhm. 7 plus 2. Yeah. No, I think you're right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
These 2 fucking idiots.
Well, certainly, I mean, from a word of mouth and everything else, it's not going to hurt Disney Plus's chances to grow its subscription service
Right.
at all. So yeah, great stuff.
And-
Between that and Mandalorian, for crying out loud, they're gonna have a gold mine over there. Go
And
ahead.
I can definitely see when it wraps up in 2 episodes 2 weeks from now, or maybe even like 3 or 4, give it time for people to watch us to do a little more in depth of this conversation.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Agree. All right. So more about streaming stuff. We shared this in our. We have of course, as we know, we have a chat that we communicate with in all the time. So the Mortal Kombat trailer dropped.
Love
coming
it.
out on HBO Max soon.
I watched it
go ahead.
5 times in the first day.
Yeah.
I watched it 5 times. I
Mhm.
watched it twice at work, back to back. Then I came home and showed the kids. We watched it twice, back to back, and then watched it again later on. But yeah, I was really, I don't know, I was really impressed with it. I thought it looks really good. So I like the original one that came out in like the early or mid 90s.
That's right.
I just watched at the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah, my big gripe as a fan of Sub-Zero was the fact that in that movie he's killed like 20 minutes in and it's relatively uneventful, and I was like, so that kind of sucked.
And now
this
he
was
was the
cool.
big bad
Now
in this
he's-
one.
I was gonna say he's in the very beginning. He's through. It seems like he's throughout it, obviously.
Yep.
And his, you hear his voice and stuff. That was really cool. And obviously there seems to be a good battle scene between he and Scorpion. There's a lot of cool shit in there. I think, actually, if anyone out there has kids and would like to listen to a kid deep dive on the Mortal Kombat trailer, myself and my son Lane did an episode of Lane's World that is a Mortal Kombat trailer review. Now, I will preface that by saying, and I've told him, I will have to watch it first to see. It looks like it's pretty gory. So I'm gonna have to watch it first to see if it's like okay.
Yeah,
for him to see.
they even showed the fatalities in the trailer.
There's some there seems to be a lot of bloodshed, but
Sure.
it looks really cool. Like it looks just like really. And I was telling him I think they're gonna do a good job of doing a deep dive on not just your main playable characters in like your first Mortal Kombat. Like you might see some of the lesser known characters, and my son's a big fan of Cyrax from I think it was on Mortal Kombat 3. But yeah, I mean, I was like, I think I have faith that they're going to put a lot of different characters, and they may not be primary characters throughout the movie, but I think they'll pull out a lot of the different characters throughout this and put them in.
I think one of them I did see in briefly is Jax.
Yeah,
Jax. He's a big player.
Arms.
Sure.
Right. Yep.
Kung Lao there, the guy with the hat as a weapon. He could throw. Yeah, but Johnny, I haven't read this now. Why no Johnny Cage?
That's what I
Have
caught.
you seen
me too.
that?
Yeah, there was no Johnny Cage.
Maybe because it was such a douchey character in the first one.
Yeah, but he was an.
But he
actor.
is though. The character,
he's a movie actor.
like the character of Johnny Cage is that. So
he has to be in this, right? He has
the
to come
first movie
be in as a surprise.
I would say. Sorry, I was going to say in my mind, as far as big characters of Mortal Kombat, in my head, I immediately go Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Liu Kang, and then it's probably Johnny Cage after that.
Right. Sonya Blade.
Raiden, of course, Raiden's one of the big ones too.
Raiden's, and
he's in the trailer, obviously.
I like that in this one. It doesn't seem like Raiden they're making jokes. Yeah. Yeah. Back when it first came out in the 90s, it was fun to see him make jokes, and I liked that. As a kid, I liked that there was humor in it. Now I don't want there to be humor in my Mortal Kombat.
No. Yeah. He was a very honorable.
I don't need laughs.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the original character. I have the original Mortal Kombat game for the original Nintendo, and buying that years ago was like, wow, that was the first game that had like the photos. People made it's a pretty amazing game. Even I tell you, it holds up. Mm-hmm.
To me, and I don't know if this makes sense to anybody, it will to Robin, but she doesn't listen. So, Mortal Kombat has a smell to it. As in, when I think of Mortal Kombat, or even if I watch clips of it, or if I, somehow play it, the original Mortal Kombat has like a memory smell to, like I can smell like what that was, what that time period was, playing it, sitting in front of the TV, the house that I don't know if it sounds silly, but to me Mortal Kombat has a smell, a very familiar, happy childhood smell to it.
Yeah. I mean, ham gravy, probably. Mama's
close.
Fresh ham gravy.
Pretty close. Right. Not many games have withstood the test of time like Mortal Kombat. You maybe can argue Mario games, that one, maybe the, I don't know, a couple other ones, but they're definitely one that's withstood the test of time at different gaming platforms. Go ahead.
I don't know if I've mentioned on here before or not, but my kids have one of the Sega Genesis, the new ones with the wireless controllers. It's got like preloaded games, so it's got all the Sonic games, all the Mortal Kombats, and that game is played in our house constantly, all three, because it's got 1, 2, and 3 on it. So, and I mean, my kids are 5 and 9, and they still, they love that game. It's it's often a source of rage quits and things like that, obviously, as it was when I was a child. But I mean, it's like you said, it's timeless. I mean, they still love that game. Everybody loves that game. Also, I wanted to say, we've mentioned a couple times about Robin not listening, and while that's mostly true, she did inform me that she listened to our last show, which I guess would have. I'm trying to think what our last topic would have been, but
the last one was a battle bracket. We also did pop culture. Go ahead.
I think it might have been pop culture.
Go ahead.
Dean mentioned his movie idea, and Robin texted me. I guess her and Lane were listening to it on the way to work and school in the morning, and I get a text from her, and she says to tell Dean, something. There was something else, and I didn't really understand what it was in reference to, but she also said, tell Dean it's already been done.
Oh,
and then
okay.
later when I saw her at home that night, I'm like, what were you talking about? She goes, did you tell Dean what I said? I said, no. I said, what do you... She goes, his movie idea. She goes, we were actually listening to the podcast today. She goes, and tell him his movie idea has already been done. It's called The Other Kidman. And I was like,
The what?
oh, yeah, that
Hold
is
on,
what that movie was.
You
The
broke up.
Others. The Others with Nicole Kidman is your ghost movie idea, where
Yes.
it's from the ghost point of view. I mean,
Right.
it wasn't a comedy, so if you
But
did
you
it that
don't
way...
know that until the end of the movie.
Right. Okay, yeah.
That's the
Right.
twist.
Yeah.
My idea is...
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't seen The Others from like 2002 or whatever
Right.
it was, yeah, sorry.
My idea is you will know and you will see both perspectives for the humor.
I see.
That
Okay.
you will see the humor by both,
Okay.
switching both perspectives.
Yeah.
You see them getting scared, and then you see why they're getting scared.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay.
But she lives to crush your dreams, and she was
She
really
does.
excited to
I
say your movie idea has already been had, so she wanted me to tell you that. But yeah, so Mortal Kombat looks cool.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. We in Cincinnati, Ohio. This is last week on the 13th. U.S. Customs and Border Patrol seized a shipment of 44 pounds of cocaine-coated Corn Flakes.
That'll wake you up.
You probably could have put a little more oomph on that sentence there, given what.
You didn't have any of the Corn Flakes.
Great.
Can I have some cereal? Can I have some cereal? Can I have some cereal? Mom, please, 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 please.
Don't flake on the frosted.
Fuck, Mom. I just need some guys. Fuck.
Your mic gave up on that bit. It was so intense. It was like,
Sorry.
I can't.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, pretty good. Let's see. We had a man. This is in early February, so the 10th of February. A man makes a working guitar out of the skeleton of his dead uncle. So apparently his uncle's skeleton was donated by his request to science, and it had run its course or whatever it was over in Spain apparently, and then they sent it back to his nephew here in the States. And he had to make a decision what to do with it. Do I bury it? What do I do? And apparently his uncle was his key influence in getting into heavy metal.
Okay.
And this guy was a guitar player and all that. So he thought, let me honor my uncle and make a working guitar. So you can see it online. He's got his uncle's, his basically rib cage and spine. And he has strings. He worked up the whole thing. A working guitar. Is that the most awesome thing you ever heard, or is it like really morbid, or what's your thoughts there?
It's kind of, I feel like, the equivalent of giving someone leftovers and then them returning the Tupperware to you after it's gone. Like, thank you, that's mine, give it back. Just give me back the remains when you're done with the rest, the meat and potatoes in there, give me the Tupperware back, and I'm going to make a guitar out of the skeletal structure of my uncle. It's definitely fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
I'm impressed with the ingenuity to do that. It kind of is a callback to our making ashtrays out of skulls or whatever we were talking about on our.
Yeah, that's right. Out of your
episode.
your guys' skulls. Yeah, my
Yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fucking weird for sure. It's not something normal people do.
Now, would you like in a way, I think it's kind of, I don't know, for me, your remains will live on, and what a nice gesture in a weird way that your nephew loves you so much and wants to honor you by a key influence in his life, and now you literally could be up on stage with your nephew in a weird way.
Yeah. I could see. I could see that.
Okay.
It's still fucking weird, but
it is.
Yeah,
it is.
Like, sure, it is a nice sentiment, I guess. If both the uncle, if do you think he would be like, that's cool? Like, you think the uncle would be like, this is badass? Like,
I feel like
Probably.
he would.
You'd have to do something like that with the remains
Mm-hmm.
of a relative that you were obviously so close with and got you into metal music or whatever. You must have a good feeling that, like, he'd think this is badass. So, like, that's cool. Maybe that's not what my family would do, but if that would have been cool amongst them, I mean, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Go
May
ahead,
I?
Dean.
You may.
Sure.
Guar, Marilyn Manson, Megadeth, Metallica. None of them have fucking anything on how rock and roll that fucking deal is there.
That's pretty good.
That is metal.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
You can have all the props and everything you want. You can accidentally bite the head off a bat because you didn't know it was real. You could have fake blood shooting down, but this dude has his actual fucking uncle's bones as a guitar. That is metal.
Yeah, hard to top that.
Says.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Matter of fact, so someday, despite what Nick thinks, this podcast is going to take off, and I will put in my will, I want you guys to make my torso a microphone or something like that, and live on.
All right.
You bring in another idiot someday.
I'm going to use your pelvic bone and shave it out and use it as an iPad case, and I will do all future podcasts with it.
I like that.
And I'll be looking at your pelvic bone every time.
I will insist on that.
I'm going to do your femur's going to be a flute.
I like that very much. Now, something I found is all kinds of.
Do you really? I don't feel. I'm not convinced.
No,
you're not convincing this idiot. You would like that.
If my skeletal remains are put into this show someday, I would.
How would your daughter feel about that? Your daughter would be like, no.
She wouldn't probably care for that. She'd just be like another weird thing her dad's doing.
I got it. Your spine is a didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo.
The big long fucking stick from Australia.
Yeah.
Opening.
That'd be pretty cool.
Opening credits.
That's badass.
I now kind of want
to
be a didgeridoo.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
This is early February now. A woman used, you've heard this maybe by now, she used Gorilla Glue versus hairspray. And she had to go to the hospital and have it removed and all that stuff. So a completely stupid person, honest mistake. Do you have any take on the Gorilla Glue? I thought it was something that people were doing on purpose when I first heard.
So she didn't know.
That's the story. So she there's a hairspray called Got to Be Glued Spray.
Yeah.
So it's some type of a glue in the name.
Yeah.
Sure. And then she picked up the Gorilla Glue apparently on accident or thought it was similar and sprayed it on her hair.
I can see it happening.
Is there a sprayable Gorilla Glue?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
Yes, there is. I bought some to do like tiles. Not my hair.
My beard.
You spray it on the adhesive on tiles or different stuff like that, and it creates spray adhesive. So yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah. Any take on that? Stupid or just honest mistake? Or
I could see it being an
interesting.
Honest mistake.
Yeah.
I could see it. I just also feel like you're not a very organized person if you're leaving your Gorilla Glue where you keep your hair products.
That's
why is it there? Like why?
Yeah.
I think she probably saw it online or saw it in the store and bought it thinking.
So she didn't even like mix it up on the countertop.
Okay.
She mixed it up
think
as
so.
in she purchased Gorilla Glue thinking it was hairspray.
I feel that's probably how it went down. I don't know if I have that level of detail, but I feel that's probably how it went down.
Because like a month ago, Nick had left some of the mixture of stuff like his toothpaste and the caulking was next to each other, so he put a lot of caulk in his mouth and really went to town.
Yeah. In the past, it usually doesn't have the same effect, but yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yep. Very good. And then
I'm pretty proud of that one.
Not bad. That was a good workup there. Good workup. Good lead in. I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff, but one of the bigger pop culture and general news stories. The Mars rover Perseverance lands February 18th on Mars, searching for signs of ancient microbial life. We've seen some of the pictures. Pretty amazing stuff. Any thoughts on that? Pretty significant event.
Looking forward to moving there. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
No,
well,
that's
what they're setting up. They're setting it up
right.
to where if they think they try to send men, astronauts, men, women, whatever, to Mars.
Right.
Right. So will we eventually colonize there? Do you think? What's the end game?
Oh yeah, something's got to happen because there's way too many of us and it's not stopping, and we're also killing this one. So it's kind of like So you got to figure something out. I mean, long-term goal, but
if fucking Matt Damon can do it, we can all do it.
Right. If humans are to survive, we'll have to outlive this planet at the rate we're going. So I mean, we'd have to figure something out. So. Yeah. There's just too many people on the sinking Titanic. Something's got to give.
Yeah. As of now, it's a one-way trip, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like the first people that are going there,
you got to stay there. You
back.
don't coming back. No.
Right.
No.
Probably not. No, you're right.
Would you go to Mars? Like, let's pretend that we would live long enough to actually see what that's like. Would you go to Mars?
Well, you'd have to live in a structured. I mean, it's not the Earth, right? So you'd have to live in a structured dome and this and that. I don't know if that's my thing.
Well, fuck, that's what we're all living through right now.
I was gonna say, aren't we kind of living on? I mean, we could be Mars outside. Do we know?
I guess that's true in some respects. It would be pretty amazing to see.
What if there were incentives and perks for going to Mars, being some of the people to go to Mars? Like, yeah, we know you're giving up the environment and the ecosystem and things that you've been accustomed to your entire life. But let's say you don't have to work anymore. You're taken care of. Like, you can just live. Let's say one of the perks is they sell you on going to Mars by saying you can just go and live on Mars. You don't have to work. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Now, we've created an environment in this dome that is a society, but everybody gets, we live on some sort of society where you're taken care of. It's just, what if that was an incentive? Well, yeah, obviously there's other people there.
All right.
And then now hear us out here. Double Cole's cash.
Oh, all right. Well,
and
is it use it? Can you use it on Mars? Can you use it on Nike and Adidas, regardless of sales?
No expiration date. Double the Cole's cash.
Because you can never use that shit on Nike or with Cole's cash. You can, but discounts you can't use on. They don't apply to Nike and Adidas and Under Armour and all that stuff.
Yeah, we're moving.
I might be in on that one.
Yeah. All those obstacles, and then free Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm in. I'm a Martian.
And you're not working, so you've got all the time in the world to watch all that shit.
Yep, I'm a Martian. Here we go.
See, these are the real incentives.
That's right.
You got to know your public.
Yep. NASA's got to know what they're doing here.
Certainly, if we three losers are talking about it right now, NASA's probably had it in the pipeline somewhere. Yeah.
All right. I think the maybe the last thing I had, unless you guys have anything else. So Jeopardy. Poor Alex Trebek passed away. We know recently. So they're having guest hosts. So Ken Jennings made his run. They've got the executive producer Mike Richards is going to make a run at it, which I'm like, okay, that's fine. But they have other guest hosts coming up, including Anderson Cooper, Mayim Bialik. I'm going to say her name incorrectly. The actress Blossom, also in Big Bang Theory.
Oh, okay.
I didn't realize that she was an actual scientist.
She's an astrophysicist or something.
That's correct. That's right. Bill Whitaker from 60 Minutes.
That dude's voice is awesome.
I like him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, the Packers, is going to do a stint.
Yep.
Okay.
And Katie Couric will be the first female to ever host the show. Do you have any preference of the Jeopardy host long term?
Well,
who should take over? Go ahead.
First of all, I'm pretty sure Mia Bialik or whatever has a vagina. So.
Well, I think Katie Couric's doing it first, though.
Okay.
So I think Katie Couric should be the first, and then she'll follow. Yeah. Any thoughts? Any preference? Anything at all there?
Yeah, well, the only correct answer is Ryan Seacrest. He is to have all of the jobs in entertainment, so you've got to give it to Ryan Seacrest. I mean, there's
no. Have you seen him on America? What's going on with him anyway?
What you mean? I was going to say he was wearing a very questionable shirt this last episode, and I was like, "What's with the wardrobe, Ryan? Like, what does he do now?" Oh, he's the American Idol host, as he has been from the beginning. But they just started they kicked off their new season. Was it last week?
Okay.
Yeah. And a beard looks weird on him. it looks fake. It's like too perfect. I don't know. He looks weird with a beard, I think. And then like also was wearing like a weird Hawaiian shirt. I don't know if maybe that's a new thing, because I know what's his face, Robin Thicke, wears them a lot on like The Masked Singer. He's got this whole Copacabana vibe going on with it. His hair's all different now, and he wears like Hawaiian shirts. I'm like, what's going on? Like, I don't know. Maybe that's something I haven't picked up on yet. But the Hawaiian shirts at least seem to be some new trend.
Yeah, it's a vibe there of I'm trying too hard 100% of the time.
Or like you're
all the
trying.
time.
Like I'm so laid back, and this is how I convey it.
I'm trying hard to look like I'm not trying hard.
Yeah.
Like for us, it's very easy to look like we're not trying, right?
Because we don't.
It's very natural. Let's go back to Jeopardy. Who should take over Jeopardy? That's my last question, unless you guys have anything else. Who should take over Jeopardy?
Seacrest's Hawaiian shirt collection.
No.
Okay.
No. Incorrect. Wrong answer.
Shit, I don't know if I have an answer. Who do you think? No,
you know what?
I'll come up with something.
I am very intrigued with. I like Anderson Cooper. I think he's got a nice blend of the seriousness and funny. I think he'd be a great MC. I think he'd have fun with it.
Do we have to pick just out of that group, or can we pick anybody?
You know what? Pick anybody you want. Who should take it over if you could pick anybody you want?
Brian Williams. Brian Williams.
Oh, okay.
Brian was the anchor.
Yeah.
Why? Why him?
Because he has that perfect blend of the news reading voice and inflection, but he is funny. If you ever seen him on 30 Rock, he does have a sense of humor. He does have a personality. So,
all right, Nick, any thoughts?
Ryan Seacrest. He gets all the jobs. He is to have all of the jobs in entertainment. It's Ryan Seacrest.
I'm going to go with Mayim Bialik. Her name, I'm saying her name incorrectly, but I liked her on Big Bang Theory. I think she's clearly she's intelligent.
Sure.
I think it fits that perfectly. Or Anderson Cooper. That's my pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like Anderson Cooper. I like Anderson.
I like him. I like him in general. Yeah. I'd like seeing the more human side of him when he gets on the New Year's Eve stuff and all that on CNN.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. Anything else, guys, before we wrap up the pop culture headlines from this week?
I just wanted to announce that I'm going to be taking the next year off, and Ryan Seacrest will be taking my place as the third on Convincing Idiots. He needs to have all the jobs.
Please lend him the hat, or we'll have to buy him a similar hat. Yes,
you wear this Nordiques hat and no more Hawaiian shirts. We don't do that.
Yeah.
Not yet, at least. Give me time. I don't know. If it's a trend, I'll probably hop on board.
Give it summertime.
Right. We'll see. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dean, do you have anything else? I know it's you're late. It's your bedtime. Working early tomorrow morning. Do you have anything else? Sir?
Nope. Well, there's one thing that's been bugging me. It doesn't really make a difference to bring this up.
Okay.
But I have got some feedback on some of our episodes. Okay. And there's one thing that you misspoke on or messed up on.
You
probably.
Me or Brian?
Brian. And I wanted to call you out on it, but I can't. I was
so glad you did it right now.
Like I said, I shouldn't have brought it up because I can't remember what it was. All
I know is that you're stupid. I don't remember why.
But I've been sitting here kind of quiet because I've been trying to think of what
episode
Megan,
was it?
The last one. Megan called and she didn't want to. She thought she'd be mean if she put it in the comments.
Okay. You have no idea what it is.
No.
It was the pop culture episode?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'd be happy to know, and I'd be happy to admit my error. Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the fun, because
Megan, stop bullying Brian, please.
When she said it, I said, "Well, goddamn it, I'm going to bring it up on the episode."
And you forgot.
I forgot. But actually, that's a good tease. I'm going to make a special video and call Brian out on our Facebook page.
Please.
With this.
Please
when my drunk ass remembers. So
sure.
All right.
Okay. Sounds good. Do we have any idea what our next episode is, or we have to rethink that and we'll announce that?
Yeah, we have
later
nothing.
time.
Is it time for another battle bracket, or do you want to do something else? I don't know.
It'll be battle bracket, or we talked about the idea of the fast food episode, so we'll talk about that, or maybe it's something different. So we'll take that offline and come back to our.
Yeah, you'll hear from us when you hear from us. How about that?
Yeah.
I mean, you'll hear from us next week, but what the fuck we're going to talk about? Who knows?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because
Tune in for the mystery box.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be an hour and a half of us just saying a bunch of shit Brian says wrong.
That's right. That'd be a long episode. Very long episode. We're
going to have mystery guests, and it's going to be a great time.
Ask my work colleagues alone, and my daughter, Allie, my mom. Get my mom on here. That would be yeah. Part 8 of 30. Yeah. All right, so Nick, where can the good folks find us out there, please, sir? If you don't mind.
Well, we can be found by searching Facebook and YouTube for Convincing Idiots. If you'd like to hit us up on Instagram, we're at convincing_idiots. On Twitter, at Convincing Idiot with no S. We're on TikTok at Convincing Idiots, and we can be reached through email at idiots@gmail.com. As always, we're wherever you like to listen to podcasts, so feel free to ask your home assistant device to play the Convincing Idiots podcast, and they hopefully will do so. So, this has been Pop Culture. And
hold on, real quick. I just do me a favor.
Yeah.
All of you. Do me a favor. Tell a friend. And that friend, tell a friend. Word of mouth. Let's spread this word of mouth, not just online, not just, you know, you go to the socials. Physically tell your friends what you think. Only if it's good. If you don't like us, fuck off. I don't care.
Yeah. Pyramid scheme style. Let's do this.
That's right.
Spread
tell
the
your
web
friend,
far
tell your
and
friend,
wide.
tell your friend, tell your mom. She already knows us in a different way, but tell her anyways. Convincing idiots. Listen.
There it is.
Yeah. Think of us as sort of a friendly, entertaining pandemic, if you will.
Yes. Right.
Where
or herpes.
Sure. Where you are electing to infect others with this ridiculousness.
Yes.
And
it's a good spread.
It is a good spread.
And the more of us that can spread this ridiculousness together and have a little fun, then the better, right?
That's right.
Take your mask off, cough into your mom's mouth, convincing idiots.
There you have it.
Yeah.
Sure. It's a great visual
idea there somewhere.
I like that.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. We've got a visual of me coughing in Dean's mom's mouth, holding a jar of ham gravy.
Ham gravy.
Look forward on the
that she just made
merch.
for you.
New merch. New merch coming. Sorry, Nick. Please wrap us up. Get us out of here.
So there we are. That's all the places you can find us. Signing off. I'm Nick.
I'm Dean.
I'm Brian.
Have we convinced you to cough in your mother's mouth?
Excellent.